Portions of our programming have been pre-recorded. The Good Neighbor Network, WGNS, Murfreesboro, Smyrna. Flagship station for MTSU Sports. The views and opinions on this show are those of the hosts, guests, and callers, and are not necessarily those of WGNS, its management, other hosts, or advertisers.
This is Conversations with Mike Sparks.
Are you concerned with the state of America, your state, your community? Then you're in the right place. State Representative Mike Sparks. He and guests are here to talk about local politics, history, faith, and freedom.
All right, you're listening to Conversation with Mike Sparks. I'm your host, Mike Sparks. Connor, how you doing? Good. Doing good? Yep. Now, what's your intern's name? Bo, that's right. You told me that last week. I'm sorry. I'm terrible with names.
He's still in college.
Oh, is he?
Connor,
Yeah, he's
both
what,
of them
15 years old? 16? Yeah. That's good, though, man. You're learning a lot, you know? Roger, how you doing?
Doing great, man. How you been doing?
Oh, doing good. You had a good week?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, had a good week, man.
These headphones feel kind of funny.
I feel like I'm in a closet or whale.
It does, don't it? I don't know what's going on. I know you had something you was very proud of. You want to talk about?
Yeah. Two things. First of all, I got a new granddaughter. Six grandkids and one great grandkid. But Bronwyn Adelaide. Trying to say it right. It takes me a month to learn how to pronounce it. She was born Monday, the 26th of July, and also my grandson. I got I got three grandsons, 28, 25, 16 to 25-year-old. He was in a tournament, jiu-jitsu tournament in Nashville this weekend. He got second place.
All right. How old is he?
He's 25.
25?
Yeah, and he called me just before he left, or I called him, and I said, I didn't ask him, well, why did he win? You know, that's what you want to ask. And he said he's got to work on his cardio.
Yeah.
But he knows the mood stuff. He probably just wasn't really prepared, you know, but
I used to
good.
I used to have stuff when I was Kenneth's age, man. I'd leave and go throw up outside. Man, it was hard, man. They'd work you to death. In fact, that one of the guys that was training was a sheriff's deputy. He got arrested years ago. Like a Latino guy. I forgot his name. He had a jiu-jitsu.
Para Flores.
I think so. Yeah. Did he have a little place over here back behind? What's that place that closed down? Sold all the old time pottery.
Somewhere in Murfreesboro.
Back in there.
I'm sure.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Anyways, probably should talk about that.
Did you ever take it? Did you ever take stuff like that, Mike?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I'd get sick and throw up outside. Man, they work you hard. You'd have to spar one guy, and another dude jumps in, and man, if you don't have the cardio, you just run out of steam real quick.
But you're in the best shape you ever been. Now, once you
it'll help you, man. It really will. You know, how's Sam Davis home coming along?
Doing good. You know, we got that restaurant that's opening up. It's called, let's see. I don't know what it's called.
Tea Room?
Yeah, it's Tea Room, old Tea Room. Miss Polly's Tea Room. It's opening up August 8th from 11 to 2, Monday through Saturdays.
Yeah.
So, you know, that's a big thing down there.
We missed you at Marcia Blackmurn's event.
Well, you know, I don't think I got to come if I wanted to come.
Oh, okay.
I did see Rooster over. I went by
the
there.
Barbecue was great, man. I wasn't. That barbecue was good. I brought me a bunch home.
Did you?
I really did. She hooked me up. Laura hooked me up, man. For real.
She gets you banana pudding.
I brought that home too. I did.
Hey, they're ranked in top places around banana pudding.
Oh,
like
she's
number
so
7.
sweet. She's
so
sweet.
I saw them. They were getting ready for it, and I was getting a little thing to go.
Well, shout out Don White and for putting that together. Shane Reeves, Brian Terry,
a bunch of good
great
folks.
Great crowd, man.
Oh,
Just a big crowd.
Did Carl finally get to make his picture with Marcia? Carl Boyd.
I think I took the picture
with her though.
I got a bunch of them. I'm not sure.
I think I saw it.
I told him line up, be ready.
He told us last time he wanted to meet her.
Tony Campbell, Daryl Cantrell, buddies over there. You know.
I think I saw Carl
and Marty loved me, but it was a good event. It was a packed house.
Oh yeah. She's great, man. That's like I said, I really like her. You know why I like her.
You know
why I do.
You know I do too. I mean, you know, I think John is Rose is I'm sure he's helping to close the gap right now. I mean, I don't think he's going to pull it off, but I think he'll do pretty decent Rutherford County, you know. I mean, with his wife Chelsea and Eagleville and stuff, and nice guy.
And I seen Clark Carroll. I seen him there.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
It's Dr. Clark Harrell.
Oh, well, maybe higher than that.
It's also Colonel.
He
Clark
told us to
Harrell.
just call him Clark. You
Oh
remember?
yeah, he's a great guy. Stewart Creek High School principal. Well, one reason that, I'm glad you brought that up. One reason that Clark is so supportive of
Oh,
Senator
I know.
Blackburn.
I know exactly.
You want to explain?
Well, go ahead. I know
Well,
exactly. what it is.
they had the band, Stewart's Creek Band, was played at the Trump inauguration, and they got up there, and it took a lot of money, man. I mean, I donated, and I'm very frugal. I donated because I know it's going to make a difference to those kids' lives. I mean, to be in D.C. and it's something that they'll pass on to their grandkids. And man, they got snowed out. Got the ice storm, everything came in, and man, Senator Blackburn put it together, made it happen. And when they were down, she was there. And it's like I've had people at church and acquaintances asking me, what are your thoughts? I'm like, man, I like all three of the candidates. Monty Fritz, a friend of mine, he's a great guy. I think if you rolled all three of them together, you'd have one awesome governor candidate. But for me, I mean, I'm supporting Marsha, and I'm going to tell you why. And like I often tell people, half the job, just like with you, Kenneth, half your job is showing up.
Yes, sir.
Is a presence.
Yes, sir.
She showed up when I first ran for office. And Michelle and Dr. Perkins, Matt Perkins, hosted an event for me. And then my friend was killed in Iraq. Y'all probably know that story. Freddie Hahn, I trained him at Nissan. Then he come over to my car lot after I trained him, take my place. And he said, Mike, I've been deployed to Iraq. I need a truck. And I had a beautiful GMC there. And my mother happened to hear him. I talk about strange coincidences. My mother just happened to be at the car business. And she'd often bring me coffee and a banana nut bread. I mean, she's since passed. And she was in the kitchen, and she heard him. And she come out, she's, young man, can I pray with you? We prayed with him. He never came home, got killed. But the son inherited the truck, Spencer. And Spencer, who went to Stewart's Creek High School, by the way, he don't remember his dad. He remembers being at a base, but he don't remember his dad. And we put this event together, Marvin and I, and my young African-American assistant at the time. And I know I've shared this story a few times, but it matters to me. I reached out to Marsha's people, hey, can she come in? And one door got shut because they were going to do the grand opening like in October of Steak and Shake on Sergeant Asbury Hahn Way. So, John Floyd, Howard Wall, named the road after I asked them about it. Raymond Mitchell, young 21-year-old killed by a sniper in Iraq. And I made a comment to my assistant and my wife. I said, I feel bad I didn't get to invite the family of Raymond Mitchell. I feel bad about it. Mm-hmm. And what was going to be scheduled for like October the 20th, the grand opening, they had to move it because they wasn't ready. They moved it the night before her election. Best event she ever did. I was talking to her people today. I said, that's $100,000 worth of media attention. $100,000. And if anybody wants to challenge me, just go look it up. Go look it up. Because when you're at that stage and you got all that free earned media, But what was so cool, how God worked this out, was I get there at the event, and I had Rolling Thunder there, and I was buying everybody's lunch that day. Believe it or not, Roger, I was buying everybody's lunch, and I was wondering what it was going to cost me. But it meant, because the family came, the widow and the grandfather and the son, both sons. And all of a sudden I see this other family there, the family of Raymond Mitchell. And I asked Marvin, and I asked Spencer, I said, did you invite the family? He goes, well, I think the manager did. Well, the manager was from Pennsylvania. He don't even have no connections here. And I seen him. I was like, man, did you invite the family? He was kind of a little nervous. And I said, man, what would make you do that? He says, I just seen the sign, and I wondered who it was. And I looked him up, and I got a hold of the family in Tullahoma, and I invited them. Tell me if that ain't God thing. Awesome. And when Marsha got there, I was telling her the story about Freddie Hahn. And the complete story, because there's more to this story that I'm not going to share on the radio. And I told her about it. Hey, dude, she started crying.
Right.
Well, I say crying. She got tears in her eyes, put it that way. And I said, you're going to win. This is a good sign tomorrow. This is a good sign for you. But that meant a lot to me, her showing up. She's come up on the radio with us. She called in, a few months back, Roger, and then she came up and took time out with you.
Oh, yeah,
and shared.
Yeah, she knows about old.
You shared old Jefferson with her?
Yeah, she knows all about old Jefferson now. You remember when
Yes,
Kenny
sir.
right there went on a tour right there.
Yes, sir.
He went everywhere.
Very
everywhere I
interesting.
went, Kenny was there.
Yes, sir.
And like I said, though, she sit out there, and we sat in the lobby, and I told her all about it, and she was actually paying attention, not blowing me off.
Yeah.
So that's what I was impressed about.
Yeah. Well, I know. Let's take a quick break, Connor. We will come right back. We've got GOP Chairman Daniel Gammon. We've got County Commissioner District 21 Jeff Lloyd, and we've got Sheriff candidate Kenneth Barrett going to join us. And let's go to commercial break. We'll be right back.
Josh Moss with Affordable Heating and Cooling provides residential HVAC and duct cleaning services to the Middle Tennessee area. With more than 20 years of experience, Josh Moss and the AHC team provide 24/7 service and take care to ensure whatever work you need done is done in a professional, timely manner. Contact AHC at 615-745-1676. That's 615-745-1676. Or go to their website at affordableheatingandcoolingtn.com.
Most people know that their insurance can provide them with coverage for the many life's mishaps. But I can help you also unlock discounts, save money, and get benefits with Farmers Insurance policy perks. Whether we're discussing home or auto insurance, I am here to help you understand these great perks. Call me, Mark Lewis, at 615-625-7070 for a quote, and you can get a whole lot of something with Farmers policy perks.
We are farmers. Bum, 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 bum.
Not available in every state. Only available at select Farmers branded policies underwritten by Farmers Truck or Fire Insurance Exchanges or affiliate.
Want a flawless look without the wait? Step into the Vanity Zone in Smyrna, where upscale style meets everyday convenience. Specializing in precision cuts, color services, waxing, and more for men, women, and kids. All delivered by highly trained stylists with an eye for detail. And don't miss the signature hot towel refresher, the perfect finishing touch that leaves you feeling clean, relaxed, and ready for anything. Walk in or book now the Vanity Zone in Smyrna. Looking your best is always in style.
At Dr. Automotive in Smyrna, from oil changes to major engine and transmission repairs, we've got the cure for your car. Let's hear from customers of Dr. Automotive.
He does a good job. He lets you know what's going on and do it at a good price.
Danny does a lot in our community, so he's very involved and invested.
I recommend family, friends. Danny is spot on because he'll suggest what I need to do, and of course, I've never had an issue.
For quality care you can trust, visit Dr. Automotive in Smyrna. We've got the cure for your car.
AFFI is Middle Tennessee's premier choice for pest, wildlife, and moisture control. They specialize in those difficult and unique cases. You can reach them by phone at 615-300-2395. That's 615-300-2395. Or stop in at 200 Glenrose Lane in Smyrna.
Hey, Middle Tennessee, it's Mark from the Safe House. Can I have your attention, please? I have an important announcement. Our president has a backbone. Thank you, President Trump. We sleep better knowing our country is protected. And speaking of protection, criminals laugh when you purchase a fake safe from a big box store. There's no better time than now than to visit the Safe House and see what a real safe looks like. Rebates now through the end of July on select brands. Our brands include Liberty, Fort Knox, and Browning. Drop by one of our locations or go to NashvilleSafehouse.com. And remember, we don't just sell safes, we sell peace of mind.
Hey, I'd like to tell you guys about Crusader Auto Works in Smyrna. About 4 years ago, we bought this facility. It's about a 25,000 square foot facility that handles all your automotive needs in the Smyrna, Tennessee marketplace. Everything from collision to full auto service and classic car restorations and customs. And so I think we're one of the only locations in Middle Tennessee, anywhere of that size and that capability that can handle any car need that you have, whether it's a modern day car, sports car, or a classic car of any kind. We can take care of what you need at Crusader Auto Works.
All right, we're back. Conversation Mike Sparks. I'm host Mike Sparks. Got Daniel Gammon with GOP chairman with us, and we're going to get to Kenneth Barrett here pretty soon and Jeff Lloyd. Chairman, how you doing?
Good. Thanks for having us.
You've been working really hard.
We have a whole team that's been working hard.
I'm serious. Everybody's just been kind of united, and folks from David Gammon to Jeff Lloyd and so many others, you know.
We've got it's a lot of races that we're involved in, and we've had a tremendous board. Our boards, we're about in our second year as this board. We were handed a good situation, obviously, with the previous Austin Maxwell was chairman before us, and So our board's it's been working phenomenal. We've got a great group of candidates. That makes it easier. You know, these two guys here are probably the hardest working guys that that I've known. Ever since being involved, I've never seen candidates work as hard as Jeff and Kenneth have, and so that makes our job a whole lot easier.
Yeah. Kenneth reminds me of Jim Tracy because there's rumored there was a clone out there of Jim Tracy. Jim was everywhere. You know,
we tried to hit everything we could. Yes,
Jeff's a great guy. And Ross Bradley.
Ross Bradley. We couldn't do anything without the work Ross has done. Ross has been phenomenal. He's been a lot of our analytics the last few weeks, really bringing in the data for everybody, and plus the relationships. I mean, everybody loves Ross. He's a terrific guy.
Yeah. Now, when you look at the numbers, because everybody's always wanting people to vote, and I want people to vote, but I want them to be informed. You know, and everybody just go vote. I mean, you had 100% voter participation. It sounds great, but know about the candidates, know about the issues, know what's going on. When you look at those numbers, what are you seeing? What's the trend you're seeing?
So right now, I'll tell you that we are on a historic pace for a midterm. This county general state primary race that we're on a historic record right now of voter turnout. So that's great because for the last few elections, we've had.
Historic in the history of the county.
From what I'm understanding, when I spoke with Alan Farley, it's on track for a historic turnout.
Wow! Okay.
So we are projecting a total vote count of around 42,000 at the end of the day on August the 6th. And so right now, I think we're sitting at around almost 24,000 votes. Into early voting. You usually see that almost double on election day, and so we're probably going to sit around 42%. And so it's a good turnout, but it's relative. You know, we have about 220,000 people who are registered here in Rutherford County. And so out of 220,000, if only 42 vote, we're 20%, something like that.
Yeah.
And so there's a lot of room for improvement there as well.
Yeah. Have you already voted?
I have first day.
Y'all have already voted?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Did you vote for yourselves?
Yes, sir.
Yep.
You voted, Mike?
I hadn't voted yet. You know what? I'm going to tell you what. I went to vote Saturday.
Don't forget.
I'm not, well, I don't want them to give me a hard time the next couple of years and mess up my record or something, you know, and I didn't hit the primary. But no, I went to do the prayer at the school, Laverne Middle School, and I went to Smyrna Primary School. I seen it on Facebook. Hope Fellowship had it on there, and there was one dude in a truck at Smyrna Primary where I used to go to school. And I mean, I wasn't really even ready yet. I was just kind of drinking my 5th cup of coffee that Saturday morning, hanging out with my wife. You know, she broke her arm, and I jumped in my vehicle and ran down there, and him and I hung out and talked for a little bit and talked about politics and went and prayed over at school, and then we prayed at the Laverne Middle School. And Brenda Bryant, Pastor Brenda Bryant, you know Brenda?
Yeah, no, Brenda will.
And folks who know Brenda, she's the one, her church literally burned about 10 years ago, and not one cross was burned, not one Bible was burned. And the pulpit, everything else was ashes. And somebody seen the fire, called her, and had her another location. 6 months for free. Now, Brenda's a real deal. That goes back to those miracles I talk about manifesting. Then she bought a house from us. And I hate to, I'm going to tell the numbers, man. Sold it for $140, way too cheap. And this has been 8 or 10 years ago. It appraised out at $350. A wealthy investor bought it for Mr. Charles Jones, who grew up at Old Jefferson, that Roger and I have had on the radio, and it appraised at $350. All that equity, guess whose it is? It's hers. I mean, you talk about a miracle. I just happened to be on the phone with her, and I just happened to say we're going to sell the house, and she just said, Mike, you know, and she knows that he's got a great heart. He's wanting to do an affordable housing complex. He's 96, you know. But anyways, we went out there and did that, so I missed early voting.
Yeah,
you know.
We'll get you out there Thursday.
Well, I appreciate it. Isn't it always rumored that older Republicans show up on Election Day?
We've seen that. In fact, Jeff and I were having that conversation. A lot of people are concerned about the early voting. They think it's a scam, or they're afraid their vote's going to get lost or something like that, which is not at all true. But just historically, they're just not accustomed to the early voting scenario. So.
Well, I mean, I think Tennessee #1 in voter integrity, and you know, we're not California.
Yeah, Alan Farley and his team do a phenomenal job.
Mark Goins, Trey Hargett. In fact, I seen Marty Lovin was at Trey Hargett last night at the Hermitage.
Yeah, I saw that.
Hanging out with Dr. Ming Wang and some of them. But no, they do a great job. My intern, I think she's going to be. Tiffany Parker's going to be helping you, isn't she? Election night. You know, and great girl. She hung out with us at GOP. Well, you were there you had to take off, get some event.
Yeah,
you know, that place was packed, man.
I got there late. You talking about for the event for Marsha? Yeah.
No. The GOP women.
Oh, at the women event.
last week.
Absolutely. The Republican women are phenomenal.
Yeah.
I mean, they're our backbone, I feel like, of our party. They've got right at 200 members. I think 193 active members.
Well, I appreciate because she was asking us, Brian Terry and was it Charlie Baum and Tim Rudd, about reaching the younger audience. And I said, man, reach them where they're at.
Yeah.
You know, if they're dealing with addiction, reach them there. If they're dealing with homelessness, reach them there. And they were doing, they were helping one of the organizations. Is it Journey Home?
Yeah,
or one of the groups?
They've done things, I think, with Journey Home, Portico.
Oh, yeah.
Portico is one of the big.
Well, yeah, because they had the baby bottles.
The baby bottles that collect the quarters
all
and
there
things for that. So they're so active. Those ladies have just do a phenomenal job.
Yeah, Karen Hudson. Who's some of those ladies on that board?
Karen's the president of the organization. Tresha Jung is on there. Marzie Woodward.
Yeah.
Cindy Maher. Cindy Bork. There's quite a few. There's so many that.
Well, I get frustrated in politics, to be honest with you. Sometimes, and no disrespect to you being chairman, but, sometimes I feel like Republican Party's a little out of touch with people. I mean, I'm just being honest.
Yeah.
I mean, and I'm sure y'all probably, am I the only one that thinks this? Okay, I'm not trying to put down my own party. I just think that we got to do a better job of connecting people where they're at. Because there are a lot of hurts and heartaches out there. I talked to my assistant last night, Marvin Williamson, young African American, and he votes Republican, but we often talk about this, because there is kind of a misnomer that that Republicans aren't for working folks, and I'll disagree. I think they are for working folks, because we're for lower taxes, we're for less bureaucracy, and Marcia hit on that the other night. I talked to her about my school bus bill. The governor, basically Governor Bill Lee, killed it this year, and we're the most restrictive in the world. Did you see that
for
meme?
the requirements?
Yeah, we're the only one in the world.
Wow.
I can't make this up. You got to be 25.
Yeah.
And I made a meme the other day. Did you see it? Where that Iranian lady driving the bus with the burqa?
No, I did not see that.
I showed it to Ward
Showing
Baker.
that's funny. I'm sure Ward loved that.
He did. He was like, "We're going to work on it." I said, "Well, and I love Bill Lee, but he killed my bill."
Yeah.
We passed on consent on the Senate. And folks don't know what consent means. Consent means everybody's good with it. They just sign off,
And there's so many challenges that our school board's facing right now that they need to help them at. And our board, they work really hard. And, so any assistance that they can provide, that would be phenomenal.
Get rid of the roadblocks.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. It just seems like who in the world want to serve on a school board now?
They're special people.
Not
to be
me.
on. Yeah.
Kenneth, you want to serve on a school board?
I'm out.
I'm out too. Jeff?
No, thank you.
So Kenneth, speaking of working hard, you've been out there and,
yes, sir.
How many doors you knocked on?
I don't know the exact number, but it was a lot.
A lot.
Yeah,
Well, it helps when you've got a beautiful wife and a family like you got.
Yeah, my wife and family, my girls, they really helped out, and I had a great team that volunteered. We didn't pay anybody anything, so it was nice to have all the volunteers out knocking and pulled everybody together. We had a lot of fun with it.
Yeah. Anybody got bit by a dog or anything?
No, we got lucky. We only made a few folks mad, but we had a app that we used that we knew who we was knocking on before we knocked theirs, whether they voted or didn't vote.
We were, Marvin and I, when he came to me 6-8 years ago, I guess it was, and think about this young African American, and he just texted me asking for advice, and this was at least, man, it may have been 8 years ago, and I talk about one of my favorite scriptures. It's 1 Corinthians verse, I believe it's 27. God will use the foolish things of the world to find the wise, and the weak shame the strong. It's almost like God will use a sense of humor. So he brings this young black kid into my life. Think of how crazy this is. How the world would say it's foolish. He just texted me. I knew him, but not real good. Just knew it capital. He says, "You have any advice for my career?" So I guess you're going to move back to Memphis. He goes, "No, I don't want to go to Memphis. I want to stay here in Middle Tennessee." I said, just come in and hang out with me. I said, I've got Rotary and I've got the radio show. And then I was surprising my Kurdish friends with this surprise proclamation honoring the Kurdish community. And he came up here. Tell me how crazy this is. He opens up a newspaper. It's TSU newspaper. It's his face on the front cover of TSU newspaper. You know what the headline read? "Why I voted for Donald Trump." I said, "You voted for Donald Trump?" And Marty was here. Marty loved me witness it. Jenny Williams witnessed it. And I was like, "Man, what persecution did you face?" He says, "Man, I was good with everybody. I explained my position. Everybody's good with it." I was like, "Dude, that's a leader right there. You your own man." And now he's at Office of the Courts. He worked for me for a few years. Now he's in law school, and he's killing it out there, man. I think he's a top 20 in his class. but it really changed his life. I work at the Capitol. But I wondered how people are going to treat a young African American knocking on doors for me. Man, they liked him better than me, man.
Yeah, I think we don't look at color nowadays. You know,
No,
I
they
think
love
right here in Middle Tennessee, and as long as you're treating people right, being nice, and
Yeah.
being respectful, I think that's what we want to see. It's just
Well, that's
knock,
what I
knock
was
on
so
the door and
proud
tell
of
what
the
you're
community,
about.
man.
Yes.
And but I wish we could, whatever we can do to reach these young people. Because look at what you're fixing to inherit. You're fixing to have to build a what, $360 million jail?
Probably a little more, but yes.
And then you got to hire officers.
A lot of employees there for the correction center and for streets, and we got to stay competitive with the other agencies here in the area also. So it's not just the jail happening; it's everything. It's the growth.
Yeah, and then you've got how are y'all on correctional officers over there?
Right now we're pretty good. We're a few short, but we're better right now than we've been in years.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Well, I know you've been working hard, and you seem to connect with people. What'd you win your primary by? 50?
A little over 52%.
50. Who's counting?
Yeah.
You. Huh?
Yeah.
Who's counting?
Everyone.
Every vote matters, man. So, Jeff, I know you've been hitting it hard. How's things been going for you?
Yes, sir. Busy. You know, it's been great. Just meeting people, knocking on doors. You know, that's been the coolest part for me. How appreciative folks are to say, "Wow, I've lived here 25 years, and you're the first person ever knocked on my door."
Who's your state rep? For your
and as Dr. Brian Terry.
Oh, really? Okay. So
And-
Brian's never knocked on their doors. I'm just
Well,
messing with you. I'm just kidding you. I'm just teasing you. Brian's a good one, man.
He's active. He's out there a lot.
Yeah,
he's been a good help for
really
me too.
is.
But yeah,
Brian's
that's
a real deal.
That's been great. You know, just hearing these people's stories and you know, just the commitment to vote. And then what's really cool, you know, is being able to look in early voting and say, all right, I knocked on these folks' doors on Tuesday. They voted Wednesday.
Yeah.
You know, so that makes you feel good. You know, I shared an email with Daniel the other day.
Yeah.
You know, someone said, "Hey Jeff, we're so appreciative you took the time to speak to me and my wife. We voted for you again in the general. You know, best of luck." And I don't know these people.
Yeah.
It's a 3-minute door knock, and it goes a long ways.
Exactly.
Takes a lot of time, but it's the best return on that time spent.
How old are you?
I'm 39.
Man, you look a lot. Does anybody tell you that?
Hey,
you look a lot younger than 39.
Thank you.
You know, I was going to say, are you the youngest person running for county commission? Who's the youngest?
There's
there's a Democrat. I think
there's some
18 or
Democrats that
something.
are younger.
Oh, really?
I'm not sure.
Okay.
Maybe on our side. I don't know.
Am I the one that tells you look younger than 39? Surely other people say that. I mean,
every now and then.
It's a compliment.
Yeah. Yes, sir.
I wish people told me I look younger than 59. I don't ever hear it, you know. So what do you learn most about this race? This is the first time you run for office,
It
right?
is. First time running for office. And, you know, number one, I've got incredible resources from the GOP. I mean, could not have better support from, you know, even just watching how the Barrett campaign ran things. You know, I do not envy countywide races, you know, and then you get outside of county, you know, like it's such a grind, you know. So I think it was a great starting point to just learn the process, you know, and learn how important it is to target people that vote historically. What the follow-up looks like.
Do you get on Facebook and see read hateful comments about you?
You know, I really haven't.
I'm kidding. Don't do that.
No,
I think Kenneth, we talked about that, didn't we?
We had a few.
Stay off Facebook.
I think they like Jeff more than they do you, Mike.
They probably do.
Maybe.
Yeah, they probably do.
Man, I even had a bunch of Democrats sign my petition to run to
Really?
begin with.
That's
so
good.
I've been connecting with everyone. You know,
Well,
'cause
you
it's-
know, the Democrat Party at what it was 10 years ago.
Exactly right.
You know.
Right.
I mean, I got endorsed by the Democrat chairman that worked against me. I
Oh,
mean,
wow.
literally, he ended up endorsing me. He left the party. That's how that was years ago. I had him on 99.7, and he ended up endorsing me. The reason I got his endorsement, think of how crazy this is. I mean, this is crazy. No political science books will tell you that. When Ned Ray McCord, I knew Ned Ray McCord. Ned's in my first book. He was one of my customers in my car business. Also met him at the Fish Fry, and he treated me really good. You know, I always remember that, even though he's Democrat. And back then, I could loan up my parking pass. You know, I could loan up my parking pass, and I just said, "Hey, you want to go to the funeral? Use my parking space." And that one little bitty act of kindness is what ended up coming around. About a few months later, he said, "Man, they've done went too far left," and that was years ago. Think of how far out they are at now.
I hear it. You know, I'm friends with a lot of people, a lot of backgrounds, and I know people that are not even respected by the party anymore because they're too moderate. They're not left enough. And, you know, doesn't hurt my feelings, but you know,
Well,
kind of think it you know, we've got such a better relationship with our party here. You know, I think it's a big advantage for us.
Yeah. Well, it worries me. I mean, y'all all have kids. Everybody has kids.
Yes.
You know, and I've got grandkids now, and I've talked about this. I think when you have grandkids, I think it triggers something in your mind, and you start really. I think God has designed us to where we really worry about that next generation, and you know, we're 38, almost 39 trillion in debt. You know, I seen a video the other day, Crunch Fitness. I go up there to Antioch a little bit. By Crystals, and I just seen a little video that popped up, and I heard all this pow, 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 pow. Sound like machine guns. And I just assumed, well, that's L.A. or Detroit, Chicago. Guess where? It was right there. And I thought, oh my gosh, man. And that used to be a nice area, but between Laverne and Nashville, it's a different area.
It's a tough stretch right there.
Man, it really is. And you know, I asked for more patrol, more THPs come out there, Metro. You know, they built that precinct. But now you get Laverne and Smyrna and Murfreesboro, they don't play around. But that stretch from Laverne to Una, and I'll tell you how bad it is. People think it's bad. I was giving this nurse friend of ours a ride every day. Her car kept breaking down. And I wrote that letter to Elon Musk about we need a tunnel, the Boring Company, and just to get the conversation started. I told Channel 4, I said, if you don't think this isn't just about traffic, this is also about public safety. I said, if you don't think this is getting to be a rough area, you get your cameras rolling, you go from the area, you know, that area, back to Laverne, come back, you catch something. Yeah. 3 days later, a cop got beat up at the exact same spot I was doing the interview at the car. You know that car wash at Una?
Yes.
Female cop got beat up. Luckily, some bystanders jumped in to help the police officer.
Thank goodness.
And both of them ended up going to the hospital. But it's a different day than when I was growing up, man. And I mean, you think the message of who wants to defund the police?
Right.
What kind of logic is that?
Makes no sense.
Or who wants drag queens going to speak to our children?
Right.
I mean, what would your dad think about that?
Oh,
I don't know you.
Yeah, I can't say it on the radio.
No,
yes,
but
sir.
I mean, my dad would be like, "That somebody's got some screw looses."
Right.
You know, it's sad, but that's where we're at. And what I get frustrated with is leaders aren't taking a stand. People don't want that crap. The black church don't want it.
Right.
And I think if they think they want it, invite them to come speak to their congregation because they ain't gonna have it.
Well, I mean, there's two Democrats on the county commission currently. One's retiring. That's who Jeff's going after. The other one is for Laverne. She's Hope Oliver from up there. She's called our law enforcement terrorist organizations on the commission floor.
Well, I see where David was endorsed by the Firefighter Association.
Yeah.
You know, yeah, it's a different world. I mean, I respect anybody's right to be who they want to be, but just don't come indoctrinate our children.
Yeah,
you know, I mean, my little 3.5. I mean, when you get grandkids, dude, it will change your life, won't it, Roger? Oh yeah. I mean, they know how to play, man. She come over and sat on my lap the other day. She goes, Papa. She's looking at me and she's batting her eyes. She goes, can I play baby games? She wants to play my iPad, and I got up. I pulled up this Mario Brothers. And I'm letting her kind of play a little Mario Brothers video. And you know what was below the video? It was this gay test. Gay test.
Did you take it?
No, but let me tell you, it pisses my ass off is what it does. This is nothing but indoctrination. And our pastors don't need to be silent anymore.
Absolutely.
Our party don't need to be silent. Let's start taking a stand. When I see women have more backbone than men, something's wrong. But that's part of that socialist agenda. To weaken this nation, and I shouldn't be the only one that feels like I see it.
You know, the Democrat Party held a rally last week. Had Justin Pearson was one of the highlight. Obviously, we've seen what Justin's done at the state capitol, but in their photos,
he ain't never got nothing.
Oh, he's ridiculous. He's an
embarrassment. Would you see him cuss that trooper?
Yeah, absolutely, calling him boy and all kinds of crazy things. But in the background of their photos, they're walking around with their Democrat Socialists of America T-shirts on. This is our brother. This is what we're fighting against.
Wake up, people!
They're not trying to say we want to fix the roads and things. They want to change and indoctrinate the people in Rutherford County. They want to change our way of life, and they're not hiding it.
I know it's sad. It is sad, but what's even sadder is when our church is silent. I shared this in Sunday school this morning, and it breaks my heart because I worry about the future. I look at this. It's Bo, right? Bo, you're 16. Yes, sir. Are you worried about the future?
A little bit.
I mean, really, you know, our kids came forward to buy a home here, you know, and then the Day News Journal, instead of talking about serious issues of the jail, they're promoting a drag queen going to speak in the library. That's their main. That's the media today.
You're exactly right.
No wonder nobody reads it anymore.
Exactly.
You know.
we got to be looking in the future for our kids and grandkids and make this place safer. And I think it's one thing that I know myself and Jeff here talking to him, and that's what we want to go for.
Yeah.
You know,
Jeff, what's your background?
Commission.
So I worked for Sears for about 15 years before they fell apart. Ran up the chain, was running markets, 30, 40
Wasn't
stores.
his fault they fell apart, though.
No. No, it's a fun fact. I had the last profitable district they ever ran before it really got ugly. But they taught me how to run business, how to manage budgets. And at the time, we're dealing with thousands of employees rolling to me, budgets up close to $500 million. So they taught me how to be a business leader. Now I'm in boat and RV storage and self-storage operations. So it's just a background that I think fits well with the commission, just with budgeting, being able to prioritize, make decisions, even if they're not popular decisions. Take the information, take the facts, make the best decision for the county and the district. And I think I could do that.
Yeah. What's your thoughts?
You know, I keep saying about Jeff. Jeff, I mean, I don't think you mentioned your boat and RV storage, but you're $500 million budget, I think, that you said you managed. Is that correct?
It was the retail budgets were that high. Right now, it's not quite as, but yeah, I mean, so
it's not a local.
I've had direct experience. It's coast to coast business. Yeah. You know, it's one that is fun, but kind of boring too. I mean, it's storage.
Y'all have a location for a Nissan?
We do not, but we do have a storage facility, Walter Hill. We've got a Class A boat and RV in Christiana. Nashville.
Well, Bob Spivey, I always considered a mentor. Bob, he may have had one of the first storage units in Smyrna over off Front Street. And I remember him talking about it when I first went to go see him. I was about 28 or 29, and then he built the one in front of Nissan, and he built several others. You know. Yeah, added on to that. Spivey building. If you ever go through the roundabout, you know. But not smart business. You know. I watched a lot of. Well, I won't get into things I used to see that went on that's kind of wrong sometimes, you know. And this is a little off topic, but are y'all see that Tony Bates is running for office? You know Tony Bates,
Alexandria, Tennessee.
Yeah, you see where he's running for office?
I did not.
Dennis Ferrer covered that.
I did see that.
It's interesting, man.
Yes.
I called him the other day. He's a write-in candidate for mayor.
Wow.
Right, yeah, he what he buy 3 businesses down there, and he's trying to redo them.
They
trying
won't
to get
give
his
him the beer license.
You're right, trying to get beer license, and you know, it sounds like he's trying to do a lot like Eagleville did. You know, little restaurants and little bar. Yeah,
but it's funny how I don't know the politics over there. It sounds like Boss Hogg, Dukes Hazzard stuff to me. I mean, that's what it sounds like. I'm just saying, you know. But he's shaking it up, you know. And I called him the other day. I was like, man, ain't really much I can do for you, but just want to wish you luck. You know, y'all seen his commercials.
Yes.
We'll trade for anything don't eat.
Exactly
you know.
right. Yes.
You ever met the guy?
I have not. I have not met him.
Seems like a good guy.
He seems like he is. Yes.
Yeah. It seems like a good guy.
Alexandria originally?
I don't know. I think he's more of an outsider, you know. But I don't really. I just seen Dennis Ferrer, good guy. Dennis covered my bill on the predatory lending. You know, I had a bill on that, and I mean, them lobbyists are so powerful. They're the most powerful lobbyists in all of Tennessee is the predatory lending lobbyist. You know. But I did get the AG's opinion. I did get the AG's attention because this Tennessee Title Pond over here, they offered me a loan at 9%. Then they charged a black woman 11%. So I shared it with the AG, and he goes, "Oh, really?" So, anyways, I'm not giving up on it, and that's something we as a community to start looking out for is our young people. Make sure they don't fall into this predatory lending crap, man, and they lose their vehicle. In fact, I was out here one day on the show, and I brought it up, and Truman was outside waiting on his show, and one of his buddies heard me talking about it, and he said, "Man, one of them places took my friend's truck." I mean, they tell this black woman they're loaning her money at 11%. It's 11% a month.
Ooh.
Yeah, if you want to see the story, go to YouTube. I videoed the guy. I told dude, I said, "I'm gonna cost you $10,000 worth of bad press," and I had Fox 17. Murfreesboro police showed up for me. They showed up because the guy wouldn't give the title up. Wow. She come up with all the money, and this is the thing about it. If he would have just been cool and helped her, he wouldn't have had $10,000 worth of press come against him. But he wanted to be a jerk about it, and play hard with that woman. But go to YouTube, type in Miss Helen predatory lending. But Murfreesboro Police. Is there a Higgins, Officer Higgins? Tim?
Yeah, Tim Higgins.
Hey, is he retired now?
Tim's still there, I think.
He come in, and it was so cool because he opened up when he got out of his patrol car. Because I showed up when she called me the next day because she was like, I'm up here, you won't get my title. And she was crying. And so I called Marshall Police, got them out there, and he showed up with a pocket Constitution, man. This cop gets out. I said, what's that? He goes, man, our law is based on this right here. I was like, whoa, I wasn't expecting a police officer to be telling me that. I know Shane McFarland had seen it, but if you ever see that guy, you tell him I appreciate him.
I will.
And if any listeners know that guy.
He's a good guy. Yeah, he's
did
been
your
around
dad
a
tell
long
you to stay
time.
out of debt?
Oh, always, yes.
Your dad tell you to stay out of debt?
Yes, sir.
Yours too?
Absolutely.
Man, my dad didn't speak to me for 4 months because I bought a house with no money out of pocket and had a used Mercedes. He didn't speak to me. He thought I was trying to keep up with the Barretts. You know? I mean, really.
Gosh.
But you know, we need that old school back in our community, man, to reach these young guys. Because, you know, could you imagine? Would you even be sitting right here if it wasn't for your father?
Absolutely not. He taught me a lot, and a lot of people tell me, "Say you're just a chip off the old block for sure," and just things I say.
He had
and
the same
do.
demeanor as yours.
Yes, pretty much.
Yeah.
Yes.
Jeff, was your dad involved in your life?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Is he still around?
Yes, sir.
Good.
Yep.
Good.
Mom and Dad live in Reedyville, just on the Cannon County side.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Yep,
You know
so-
my buddy Greg Tucker over there?
Don't.
You know Greg?
Yes, sir.
Greg vote for you?
I hope he did.
I didn't like him when I first met him.
Hope all the Tuckers did. I hope all the Tuckers, yes.
I didn't, you know Greg?
I know who he is. His
I
story,
didn't
right?
he ran for mayor years ago.
Yes.
I really didn't like him. But we ended up becoming friends, later. And I remember Gary Farley telling me that years ago. You know Gary?
Yes.
Keith's brother?
Yes.
And I told him, he told me one day, he said, man, he said, remember, some of the people supported you right now ain't going to support you in 4 years. He said, but some of the people didn't support you will support you. I was like, huh? And I did. You do run into that sometimes, So what have you learned most on the campaign trail so far?
Learned it's a lot of work. It's fun to get out, like Jeff said, to meet new people. I've made a lot of friends that I have for the rest of my life, and it will politics to show you a different side of different people.
Yeah.
And you just kind of weed through it and pick out the best. I usually always try to look at everything on the positive side anyway, and I don't let the negative slow me down. So just keep moving forward.
Well, I hadn't seen or heard anything negative. Things been going good, man.
Well, I appreciate it.
I ain't heard no drama or nothing.
Yeah, that's what I like.
I don't know who your opponents are.
That's what I like to hear. Yes.
Yeah. Don't increase their name. Idea.
No, we're not.
Yeah,
we're not.
One of the best shows we ever had, I think, was you and your family up here.
Yeah, we have to do it again.
Yeah. And is it Elle's?
Ellie's my little one. Kylie's my oldest one.
Kylie, because I had asked her talk about your dad, and then she started getting choked up.
Well, we just dropped her off at med school 2 weeks ago.
Yeah, I run into Seth.
I know you love seeing me cry. You would have saw
man,
it.
You got
when I dropped her
up.
off 5.5 hours away, it was rough.
Oh, that was rough too.
Yeah, that's a long ride home.
Yeah, I run into is it Seth?
Seth.
Yeah,
Yes.
one of my best friend's nephews.
He's great guy.
Have you met Kelly Butler and Holly?
Oh yes.
Yeah, good people.
Great people.
I
Whole
did
family.
did their wedding years ago.
Yes.
But no, but that was probably the best show because people aren't used to seeing the sheriff get tears in his eyes.
Yeah, it happens. It happens.
You know it?
Yes, yeah. I think everybody that night. Yeah, we had Bratcher, everybody crying.
Keith got choked up.
Yes.
You know. So Jeff, do you know Keith Bratcher?
I don't.
Keith helped me go after some dope dealers. You know that story.
Yes.
People selling dope in the community. I went to the guy and said, dude, you sold dope to the wrong kid. You sold to my son. And I said, I'm going to be the biggest a-hole in your life. And the Lord fought that battle, brother. I was so lost, down and out. You ever been lost and down and out?
I try not to be, but yeah, it'll get you.
I was so down. And I mean, seriously, I don't know if anybody's had trouble with one of their family members. Man, I was just praying and lost. And I remember I knew that guy was selling dope. And Sally Walls, our former police chief, would tell me that guy would be selling alcohol to underage kids. And I called y'all's department. And the detective was Jason something years ago.
Mathis?
Yeah, called him. I said, man, what are y'all doing about the synthetic drugs? He said, man, let me have a guy call you. Tell me how cool this is. The guy calls me. Guess who it was? It's Attorney General's office. It was an investigator. He goes, Representative, he said, you just hold tight. We've already got that guy. We've already made we made 2 undercover buys. You hold tight. And then I think they started feeling sorry for me because I was in the media talking about how bad this Molly's Plant Food and this drug, K2 Spice, all that stuff was. And then they had the raid. But he said, we picked your county out of 95 counties. We got that guy. Wow. And I remember I was sitting with my stepfather, who was the state investigator for the Board of Pharmacy. He's since passed. And they called me. And it was, Trey King. You know Trey King? He was at drug court later.
Yeah.
Okay.
You know, Trey, great guy.
Good guy.
And he says, Representative, just want to let you know, we got him again. We got him again for you, you know. But the Lord fought. I mean, I can't make that up. What's the probability would be? It'd be slimmer than 1 in 95 because they were doing it. And then Keith stepped in. Keith's chairman of the beer board. Mm-hmm. And then I had a black detective mysteriously show up in my office and said, I don't know why, but I feel led to come talk to you. And we went after him. But that's why you need solid people like Keith Bratcher.
Yeah, he's a good guy.
That care about the community.
He definitely does.
He'd be a good guy for you to know.
Yeah,
Jeff. What? Well, tell folks why they need to get out and support you.
Hey, you know, I listen to people. I love people. You know, whether it's at work, you know, home, church. You know, I enjoy the interaction, and I truly feel that I bring the best background, the best mindset. You know, I don't get my feelings hurt when people disagree with me.
Yeah,
that's a problem for some people. And for me, again, I'll sleep well at night because everything I do, it's 100% with good intentions.
With the next sheriff?
No, matter of fact, a lot of current deputies that stop in my office in Christiana see the truck parked, and, you know, it's like whatever I can possibly do to try to help. You mentioned compensation, you know, close some of those gaps to be more competitive with surrounding counties and city agencies. So I'm a huge public safety. Matter of fact, it's number 1 on one of my handouts.
Yeah.
You
what committees you want to get on? Have you thought about that?
I'm absolutely interested in public safety.
Yeah.
Budget as well. And, you know, those are kind of top 2. But I know you don't get to pick, you know, new person, and you can say, hey, here's some I'm interested in. But those would be the 2 if I got to choose.
Yeah.
But yeah, I take feedback, you know, respectfully. I enjoy dialogue, and just think I would be able to take the interest and the needs of the community to the commission, and where we have the ability to make change, I'd fight for it.
Yeah. You know, I got on the education committee because over the drug problem. I took my opponent to lunch, Kent Coleman. A lot of people knew Kent. Kent was really, he was a good guy. He really was, treating me good. And he conceded really, really early, and I wanted to buy him lunch. People thought I was crazy. People made fun of me for taking him lunch. I wouldn't take him lunch. This dude was a Vanderbilt attorney. This dude was no joke to play. I mean, he was very bright. We were at City Cafe, and he was battling cystic fibrosis. I remember he was taking the tablet and pills. And I said, Kent, how come nobody seems to care about this drug problem, man? You know, I was on the commission, you know, and I just felt like nobody really seemed to care. I felt like I was the only one that ever talked about it. He said, Mike, if no one's ever been affected by drugs, they probably don't care. And he says, why don't you get on the health committee? That way you can be an effective change maker. Remember, this is my opponent, Daniel. My opponent. Political science course is never going to tell you this story or teach you this. And you know what he tells me after that? He said, get on the health committee. He says, then you'll be able to raise money for your next campaign. My opponent's teaching me how to get reelected.
Yeah. Right.
God will use the foolish things of the world to find the wise and the weak to shame the strong. If I was you, I would meet with Gary Farley, because he was chairman for 12 years or something.
Yeah.
You know, we used to butt heads a lot, but we got along.
I see a pattern here.
There's a pattern.
I see a pattern.
Well, we're buddies now. We're buddies now. You know, Jim Tracy was sitting right where you're sitting about 2 years ago, and I was sitting over here, and we presented that proclamation for Gary. Did I tell you that story? But he was driving.
Yes.
He was driving from Gatlinburg or Sevierville, and I started reading it off. Guess what happened? Gary got choked up. Okay. A guy that I used to fight with.
Right.
But you know, that's just life. You move on. Mm-hmm. You know, and people you probably end up becoming closer with people.
Right.
Well, leadership's just messy. You know, you're not always going to agree with people, and it's important that you don't let that prevent you from doing your job or making a good decision. You know,
well, I want to see people get along on the commission. Mm-hmm. Speaking of that, what do y'all got any plans to build relationships? And
I mean, we have, I think, a stronger relationship with all of our delegation right now than we've seen the Republican Party.
Well, I used to kid Pettis about with the commission, let's our delegation get together and play cornhole or something. Yeah. You know, let's kick your butts.
We did some social events, just some of our candidates only, just trying to let them get to know one another, especially after the primary. You know, we've got going to have a new mayor, Randy Allen. Kenneth, when he wins, we're going to have a new sheriff, and so we just wanted everybody to get to know one another. And
you know how to play cornhole?
I do.
Are you good at it? I beat your
boy.
I beat your buddy Chris Beach.
Oh my God!
You know Chris and his cousin George Croft. They think they're like big state national champions. We beat them.
Right.
Me and this other guy.
Yeah.
Remind him.
We'll
about
have
it.
to do that one day.
We got big old trophies like 6'2". I don't know whatever happened to it. We left it up there at the used to be the big. What's the big? The restaurant up here at the corner. Oh, City Cafe. No,
B. McNeil's.
Oh, anyways, it was up there at that nice restaurant, and I don't know whatever happened to it. It was before they came in there, but I'm pretty good at cornhole.
You bring him out to the watch party.
Yeah, exactly right. We can play.
Oh yeah, you're gonna have to set up over
yes,
there.
Yes, definitely.
Man, you had a good crowd out there.
It was a great party. Yes, it was a great turnout.
Did you make it?
Oh, absolutely.
Oh man, you had it's the biggest crowd I've ever seen.
We're gonna have a great one this Thursday. Also,
how did you get all the people out there?
It's just people that supported the campaign and friends, and they just we let everybody know that that's what was going to do, and they showed up, and
yeah,
it was awesome.
Man, it was good. Yeah, I mean it was a big old crowd, brother.
Yeah, it was great.
I mean, you packed that. That's the biggest crowd I bet they ever had.
Yeah. Come out August the 6th. We're going to have a bigger party this time. There's a lot of people. Jeff, I'm sure, will be here. Daniel and GOP 99.7 be there. WGNS.
Yeah, WGNS. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
What do you say for people that maybe they didn't vote for you? You still want them to come out?
Definitely. Yes. I want to earn the people's vote that didn't vote for me, and hopefully I can gain their respect and trust through the next 4 years.
Can you get Truman out there?
Truman's not in great shape right now.
Yeah,
but
that's what I've heard.
His heart's with us.
Yeah. Let's speak me and him, even though we used to argue a lot, we would get along in here. Him and I think we kind of connect over history.
Yes.
I've always been a fan of old history. A lot of people don't want to talk about history. It's too politically incorrect today. And we won't get, that's a whole nother show. We'll get into that after. We'll talk about what Oakland's done here recently. Pettis may not want to talk about it right now, but I'll talk about it next couple weeks. Just disappointing when you see the political correctness taking over and people want to advocate to be about the First Amendment. They're not about the First. It's their First Amendment as long as it's in their narrative, as long as it fits their agenda. Connor, you have anything that you want to get off your mind or anything? How's school? Is it good?
Yeah, summer break's over.
Summer break, Yeah. Daniel, anything else?
I just hope everybody shows up August the 6th. This Thursday.
So are y'all gonna be doing something with the GOP too?
Yeah, well, our GOP watch party, we're doing it with Kenneth, and so it's going to be a county.
So no one's going to be up here off the square.
During the day, we're going to have staff up there Monday through Thursday, 9 to 12 each morning. But yeah, our watch party is going to be out there at the Hot Springs as well, and so I think there'll be 500-600 people there easily.
If folks want to get involved with the Republican Party. Yeah. Tell them what they need to do.
So you can go to our website, rutherfordgop.org. There's volunteer forms on there. There's a way to do membership. Membership's huge. We get $0 of funding outside of local. People think we're funded by the state or the national party or union government funding. It's all locally donated money. And we've invested a lot in this races, and so we really need the reoccurring memberships. Really
I appreciate the outreach you've given us, and folks get a whole lot more done if they don't mind who gets the credit. And that's what I like about my Rotary Club, the gear, the synchronicity there, and we'll be on track probably this year to raise, I think, I don't know if it's $1.8 million or $2 million for charities for our Big Fish Fry. I hope y'all have a presence there, maybe have a booth. Well, thank you, Kenneth. Thank you, Jeff Lloyd. And folks, get out and vote. Get out and vote Thursday.
This Thursday.
Important. And come out to Hot Springs, right?
Definitely. 6 o'clock. Be there.
All right.
It'll be a good gathering.
All right. Keep Rutherford red.
Yes, let's do it. We'll catch y'all next week.
Thanks, Mike.
Yes, sir.